Now to an education alert. A new report reveals the current recommendations set by the Maryland State Department of Education suggest instructing kindergarten classrooms to teach gender identity. It also says Maryland teachers are not required to inform parents about their child's desire to change genders.
When I communicate with your parent or guardian, what name and pronouns would you like me to use?
That part of a presentation for Harford County teachers on LGBTQ instruction, in which the district laid out several scenarios for teachers regarding the disclosure of such information to parents, including one where a student is transitioning but their parents may not be supportive or aware. According to the state's health curriculum framework, by kindergarten, students are expected to recognize a range of ways people identify and express their gender. Fox 45 News has reaction today from children and school advocates on both sides of this guidance.
Schools that are effectively interfering in that right, that parents may disagree with teaching about gender ideology or sexual orientation, especially at a young age. Now you have a school system that is putting itself between the parent and the child.
With the young kids, they will see their peers, some of them who need to be identified differently in the school setting, and there's no reason not to inform them and give them the proper tools to identify someone who's different. Again, that's not getting into sexual orientation or behavior. It's identification, which I think is totally appropriate.
Well, the new report is causing some concern among parents. Shelley Orman spoke with an expert.
The Maryland State Department of Education is instructing kindergarten classrooms to teach about gender identity, according to a new report. Now, the state's health curriculum framework says by kindergarten, students should be able to recognize a range of ways people identify and express their gender. We spoke with Erika Sanzi. She's Director of Outreach for Parents Defending Education. We spoke with her about this guidance.
Well, the guidance is alarming. I mean, what we have seen is that these sort of state standards in the category of comprehensive health education, they were kind of snuck in during COVID when people weren't really paying attention. And they are so infused not only with ideology and activism, but also with such a level of age inappropriateness.
Supporters say this is part of teaching kids about their peers, but do you think that it's starting too young, or you just think this doesn't belong in school at all?
Well, I think that there's a couple things going on. Definitely it's too young. But the other problem is that parents talk to their young children when they have questions, but they're usually able to discuss things, whether related to gender or sexual orientation, without actually going into issues around sex, right? We don't have conversations with adults or with high school students in the same way that we do with young children. So for one, this is completely inappropriate for this age.
There is currently no legislation in Maryland to instruct teachers on conversations surrounding gender identity or sexual orientation in Maryland schools. Shelley Orman, Fox 45 News.